All right. So this is part two of the thought provoking questions that can really change your life. These are the thought provoking questions I normally give my clients and students. And these are the questions for high performing achievers. If you have not seen part one, check in the description below part one. Check that out first. And this is part two because part one has heavy duty questions. Part two is a continuation of that. So let us start from question number 14. Okay. And remember, any questions, any doubts, any clarifications, just comment it down below and I'll be more than happy to share it with you. So, question number 14 is, what is your goal this year? This year, what is your goal? So, how far did you achieve it? Obviously, you have to start from January. Did you have a goal in the first place? Did you work on the goal, or there was no goal, or you didn't know what you're going to do? You didn't have a target, just going around every day, going to the office every day, doing the work every day, coming back home, sleeping, and just living life, existing like this. Is that how you're going to grow? So, you need a yearly goal. You need to break down that yearly goal into per month, that is 12 slots. And then you need to break it down into divided by four because each month has four. So it has to be yearly goal. It has to be like 6 months. It has to be, yearly goal, 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, then it has to be every week. You should be able to measure it. If you can't measure it, you're fooling yourself. And what is your goal today? Did you have a goal today? Did you achieve it? If you didn't have a goal today, okay, then we move to the next question, or you can't specify. Then what is your daily routine? If anyone asks me, what is my daily routine? Yes, it's 3 videos per day. It's to ensure that I get one client per day. It is to ensure that I answer all the emails, all the comments, all the pending work. Everything has to be finished. So that is my goal. Go to the gym also. Plan out my meals in the evening, check my weight because I definitely want to reduce it. So this is my daily routine. Do you have one? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Okay, there should be at least one action every single day. Others, you're just wasting your life. You have a beautiful life, one life, and this is all it is. I don't know about heaven, I don't know about hell, but you're getting older, my friend. You better have a goal because you don't have a goal. I don't know what's the point of existing. Number 16. And remember, goal can be physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, financial, anything. Okay. Number 16. What is your drawback that others are aware of, but you aren't? Listen again. What is that drawback which you have, which others know and talk about and bitch about and behind your back, but you don't? Maybe you need to listen to it. Maybe you need to ask them. Figure it out, because in my training sessions I tell people how to get this out, and this turns out to be the most powerful feedback. Why? Because everyone knows about it, and that is the reason why nobody is giving you a better opportunity. Nobody trusts you as a leader. Nobody wants you to climb up, because remember, white sheet, black dot, people will always notice the black dot. So the drawback that you have, which others know but you don't, and it is always existing in your office, personal, professional life, personal life, and everywhere else in between. So please, that is very, very important. And if you do know your drawback, which I will come to later, then it's not an interview. Okay. Oh, my drawback is I work so hard that I collapse in the office. No, stop bullshitting. What seriously is your drawback, man? Seriously. And sometimes the simplest thing can be the most dangerous. It can be smoking, drinking, lack of self control, laziness. It can be not being focused, not being clear about your goals. It can be anything. But there are some serious drawbacks, and that is why you are where you are. That is number 16. Question number 17. What is the one piece of information you should know that could change your life forever? What is the one thing you need to hear? I know you'll be like, what do you mean by that? What is that one thing? For me, the life changing advice or realization I ever came to know is I'm an asshole. I'm not saying this just for shock values. I used to always think, we all like to think we are a hero. We all like to think we are handsome. We all like to think we are God's gift to mankind. We are the nice guy. Nobody likes to think of himself as a bad guy. Nobody likes to think of, okay, even villainous characters there are. Some people like to be like the bad, tough guy. But imagine if you are, not a hero, not a villain. You're not even a comedian. You're just a nothing, a nobody, a loser. And that's something nobody wants to be. Nobody wants to be ordinary. Nobody wants to be. Why do you think so many people use filters on Instagram, Facebook? Because they want to show I'm special, I'm beautiful, I'm intelligent. Why do they argue on WhatsApp and all these chat groups to show their intellect? Because everyone wants to be special. Okay, fine. So you're special. But then what is the aha moment that will make you realize? For me, I realized that I always wanted to be popular, famous, liked by everyone. That was me. Like the Archie comics, I wanted to be Archie. I wanted all the girls to like me. I wanted all the guys to like me. I wanted to be famous. But the day I realized I was an asshole, I was never going to be popular, I was never going to be liked. Trust me, I learned this at the age of, I think, 35 or 36. I decided if I'm not going to be famous, popular, and I can never be, fuck everyone. I'll just be myself. And that changed the trajectory of my life because I stopped trying to please others. I broke off from anyone and everyone whom I felt the need to, make them like me. And take it from me, it changed my life forever. So ask yourself, what is that one piece of information that if you came to know will change your life forever? And how do you discover this? Being with your mentor, being with someone who really loves, cares, and is focused on you, who has the maturity and the wisdom who can guide you. And don't have that, go find that person. All right. Otherwise, you'll just be, it's like having a an amazing piece of tech and you don't know how to use it. There's no instructions manual. Pointless. That amazing piece of tech is you. Number 18, question number 18. What is the one action that you must take every single day that will redefine your life? Is it losing weight? Is it studying? Is it networking? Is it improving your skills? Is it being better at your workplace? Is it resigning from your job? Is it, I don't know what it is. Okay. You need to figure out, and that one action you should do every day. So if it is studying, you need to study every day. If it is exercising, exercise every day. So what is that one action you should be taking and doing? Or are you in a toxic relationship with your boss, with your wife, with your relatives? Maybe you need to cut off all those people every single day until it's completely a new chapter in your life. Question number 19. What is the one thing you need to avoid doing? Sometimes we sabotage ourselves, eating, smoking, drinking. Sometimes we even bullshit with ourselves that we think we're too smart, we think we're too great. Some of us, even though our body is telling us, I have a bad back, I have bad hips, I have bad knees, I have diabetes, blood pressure, I have, so and so, whatever. But still they're trying to ignore, no, nothing will happen to me. I'll be pretty cool. Even sometimes people, when they know that they have a hunch deep down, I will lose my job. What if I lose my job? What if I don't get another one? It's okay, okay, okay. And I'll tell you that intuitive sense is talking to you because it will happen. So, what are you avoiding? What are you procrastinating about? What is it that you need to do ASAP? Okay, ask yourself. Question number 20. This one is what I specialize in, but you have to. Define your personal brand, define your brand essence, define your brand strategy, define your brand goals. I'll repeat again. Who are you as a personal brand? Oh, what's a personal brand? Simple. Is there a difference between when I say Toyota, BMW, Mercedes Benz, Rolls Royce, Bugatti? When I say each name, does something come to you? Like if I say Ferrari, if I say Lamborghini, something comes to your mind? If I say tuk tuk, you got images, right? You got, oh, this, oh, that. So what are you? Are you a Toyota? Are you Rolls Royce? Are you a tuk tuk? Are you a rickshaw? Are you a cycle? Are you Lexus? Are you Bugatti? Everyone likes to believe that they are, oh, wow. Maybe you are just a second-hand, rusted, 80s model of a Toyota. And you think you are the latest Lexus. No, sorry. So define your brand, boss. Define your brand. Stop being ignorant and arrogant about it. Define your brand. Find out what is your brand essence. Define your brand strategy, how to achieve brand excellence, and your brand goals. I know this might all go, hey, what is essence? And do a little bit of research. Trust me when I say this. Every great individual, whether it's Donald Trump, Macron, Narendra Modi, Putin, everyone has a brand. Everyone has a feel. Everyone has an essence. Everyone has a image. Everyone has a style, a way of doing things. Even actors, Tom Cruise, Jason Statham, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Leslie Snipes, everyone, Idris Elba, Chris Hemsworth. Everyone is different. Who's that? Robert Downey Jr. So when I take these names, you get a different image, right? Madonna, Kylie Minogue, Rihanna, Beyonce. You're a brand. So find out personal brand, branding essence, branding strategy, branding goals. Okay, do a little bit of research. I can't define all this in this video, it'll go too long. Question number 21. What are the three words that people will define you? Very important. Are those three words different for different people? Then, if yes, then you are confusing people with your brand. And people should be very clear what is your brand. If they don't know, well, you need to communicate it to them. You should educate them. Why do you think Coca-Cola, Gillette, and Pepsi, and Apple and Microsoft, all of them, Google, constantly advertising? You have to get that message. So I'll ask you, what are the three words that describe you? Oh, hardworking, focused, excellence. Shut up. I have my three words. I'm not going to tell you because then it'll be easy for you. Want you to break your head and think. Okay, I'll give it to you, man. Come on. The three words that describe me, pay attention, are the three C's. C, C, ABC, C. Controversial. Am I controversial? You'll agree. Yes. You're controversial with your views. Some people get pissed off. Yes. You talk Hindus, Muslims, this, that. I'm controversial. Always. Okay. And it's part of my nature. I talk about women this way, guys this way, God this way. Controversial. First C. Second C is charismatic. What do I mean by charismatic? You saw me once. You'll never forget me. Am I right or wrong? Whether I look ugly, whether I look horrendous, whether I look like satanic, Lucifer, Antichrist, or yuck. You saw me once, you'll never forget me, right? Even without tattoos, people used to remember me. Oh man, you are so fucking irritating. Oh, you are so cringe. I always had that, even before the tattoo. So, first one is controversial. Second one is charismatic. And you'll agree with me, right? Third one is communicative. Blah, 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 blah. I talk. I talk and I make money by talking. And I consult others. I make YouTube videos. I interact with people. I was an MC on stage. I was an anchor. I was an announcer. So it's part of my personality. I communicate. So, controversial, charismatic, communicative. And I can challenge you. The three C's, you'll never forget it. So that is mine. What is yours? So don't just take an alphabet and make it three times and put some words and link. No, it has to match you, boss. It took me years and years to find this out because I didn't have a mentor. But finally I got it. Question number 22. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? A question which I keep asking in every interview. And we give them bullshit. Oh, my strengths. If I make up my mind on something, I'll achieve it. Oh, I'm a team player. I'm dedicated, determined, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Oh, shit, yeah. Who are you trying to fool, man? Seriously. Oh, weakness. I work so hard until I faint. I will not stop. Oh, I don't have a balanced life. I'm a workaholic. See, this is not an interview. Okay. In an interview, yeah, you kind of give masala and all that bullshit. Heart of hearts. Sit with yourself alone. Look in the mirror and ask her, what seriously are my strengths, man? Can be the simplest thing. It can be maybe you believe in yourself. Maybe you have overcome hardships. Maybe uh, you know, you never had life easy, whatever it is. But just because I said it, don't make it your strength. You have to dig deep. And then what are your weakness? Yeah, you'll say, oh yeah, females, sex. But you need to dig deeper. It's not just sex. Why sex? Why? Why is it that you're playing with your jingling ling? Why? For what? What is something behind that? You have to dig deep. For me, this one was one of the toughest things to find my strength and weaknesses, but eventually I found out. It took years and years of my life. Goodness. Even my mentor was not able to point out because he said it and I thought it was right, but it was no. Remember, this is something you'll only find if you dig right to the roots because it starts from the day you're born, whether you believe it or not, your strengths and weaknesses. Okay. And why is that important to you? Because once you clearly define who you are, your vision for what you can be, cannot be, what you can achieve, can't achieve becomes very clear. 23. Okay. This one's a long one. How exactly have you changed or have you evolved or have you become different or have you become worse in the last 5 years? So today's 2025. 2020, how are you? Are you health wise better? Weight, physically much better? Mentally in a better place or same? Emotionally, same thing. I'm not saying emotionally I have a new wife every year. No. Emotionally, are you more mature? Which obviously you should be. Financially, are you earning more? Or is your expense also gone more? Then it negates the whole purpose. Career, have you climbed up? But is it to your level or you're just whatever comes, comes? You know. So physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, personally, professionally. And it should be as per your standards. If you feel that only one step is enough, you're right. If you feel, no, physically I was the same weight as before and same weight today and same weight until I die, fine. If you're comfortable. Your health is perfect, fine. Nothing to worry. But you need to be very clear and very honest with yourself. Don't fool yourself. Do you have diabetes, blood pressure, heart issues, cholesterol? Or do you have, I have a little bit, but that little bit can cause problems if you're not careful. Because remember, let's say you're driving a motorbike or a car, and the brakes working just a little problem, or the tires, it's just a little problem. And you go fast and it explodes. That little problem can result in something really bad. And that is where people who don't pay attention end up having a curveball, losing their job, losing a loved one, losing something. Remember, life is unpredictable. Question number 24. What is it that you need to stop doing right now from today onwards and never do it again? That would have an amazing impact in your life. I don't know what that is. Could it be something eating, drinking, smoking? No. I mean, habits, thinking. Is it something that you need to be in touch with yourself? Dig it out. What is the one thing you need to stop? Because that one thing, sometimes scrolling, WhatsApp, game addiction, porn addiction, attention, lust for maybe money, success, maybe ignoring your health. Okay? So that is question number 24. Question number 25. Who are the people that you need to break off from your life that would make your life better or save you more time or add more years to your life or more value or help you grow or become better? Who is that? Or are they many? Is it your friends? Like, for example, maybe you have, five, six, I had this client, five, six good friends, great friends. They would go out to normal joints, they would eat in normal cafeterias, normal restaurants, and they were very happy-go-lucky. But their salary was at the lower scale. My client wanted to move to the upper scale. I said, you have to break up with all these guys. Because if you want to move to the upper echelon, you can't. These guys have different priorities and you too. It was painful for him. Eventually he did. And today the circle that he moves around with are the creme de la creme. And when he looks back at his friends, he doesn't hate them. But he knows for a fact that if he would hang out with them, You never reach where he is. His salary is around 4 times more. And it's not an overnight thing, it took many years. But it's only because he broke off with them, he landed up there. So you ask yourself, who do you need to break up? Mother, father, brother, sister, society, church, your Hindu friends, your Muslim friends, your religion, your tradition, culture, your country. Who's it? Or maybe your groups. Ask yourself, who do you need to take a break from? Question number 26. This one really hit me like a ton of bricks when one guy asked me, thought provoking. He said, Loy, are you still relevant or are you losing relevancy? Oof, it was so powerful. And I sat and thought about it. Am I relevant or am I losing relevancy? And I'm very shocked and I'm very embarrassed to state that he was right. I am losing relevancy. And I'll tell you, that day changed my life. It just changed my life completely. And I decided I'm going to do whatever it takes to stay relevant, but in the right way, not in the wrong way. So are you relevant or are you losing relevancy or are you being relevant in the wrong ways? Is your relevance increasing, importance, your need, or is it stagnant or is it decreasing? Because if it is stagnant, means it is decreasing. So either it's increasing or decreasing. And if it's increasing, you'll still be in demand. But when that demand goes away, you become extinct. It's like BlackBerry. BlackBerry was growing, but then it became stagnant. And so lo and behold, Apple came. And they thought nobody could touch them. One fine day, whoosh, vanished. Nokia vanished. BlackBerry, which was maybe 90% market share, vanished. So is your relevancy increasing or decreasing? Remember Kodak? If you don't know Kodak, better do some research because Kodak was 100% market share. Nobody could touch them. It was that powerful. Remember, people who were working in Kodak had their nose up in the air because it was the most powerful company. They don't exist. Last, if not the least, final question, which is the most asked question, but it's very powerful. And I ask myself sometimes from time to time, if you could go forward in time, people normally say, no, if you could go back in time, what would you advise your younger self? If you could go forward in time to the time when you're 60, 70, 80, or 90, you're going to die. And you look back at the younger self, that is you now, what would that person tell you? So, example, I'm 50 years old. Example, Loy Machedo at 80 years old, really old, on a wheelchair, needs help. What what words of wisdom would he give Loy Machedo at 50? What would he tell him? That takes a little bit of thinking, visualizing, meditation. Because if I'm here and I go back in time and I advise Loy Machedo when he was 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, yes, I will give him worthwhile advice. And you can do that also. I sometimes do that. If I could go back in time and advise young Loy Machedo at the age of 15 or 20, I would tell him all these things. I made videos on that. If I could go back in time, you can watch that. But then I was like, I can't go back in time, but I can change today. So what would my future self tell me today? That if I change now, I'll be better there. So a little bit of Back to the Future science fiction. So if you could go forward and then come back to your current self, what advice would you give? What advice would an 80-year-old, 90-year-old, 100-year-old you give to who you are today? And sub question to this, if you could advise yourself, talk to yourself right now and tell yourself something that would change your life forever, what would it be? Think about these questions that I've given you, write them down, reflect on them. This is not like just listening and enjoying. These are very powerful questions that can change your life. So I hope you sincerely take this video to heart, mark it, jot down the questions. You will not get the answers all at one stretch. It's a lifelong process. And I genuinely hope this video helps you. All right? Good, bad, ugly. Feel free. Comment down below. That's me signing off. You guys take care.